Okay, so, hey guys. There was another company that contacted me recently, and this company I didn't know about, and I wasn't considering getting their products, not gonna lie. Well, I didn't, I'm not saying I didn't want to buy their products. I just didn't know about them. I never heard of them. So, but yeah, but I just didn't know about them. And they contacted me, and they're like, yeah, we've got some products, and would you be willing to check them out? And I already explained it in another video. I'll explain it again, just because I never know which I'm going to upload. They explained, yeah, we make body plastics, and we make fenders and mud guards and something else that I didn't, like it's been a while since I bought plastics for my bike, and I'm not that familiar with the jargon. Like they have weird names for things. Like instead of just calling it a piece of plastic, they have some other technical name for it that is beyond me. um, so so the guy sent me out and then I gave the guy an address. I gave him the motorcycle shop that I go to. I don't give people my address. I give them usually I just give them the motorcycle shop or my wife's sister's house or something, just not my house. And yeah, so I gave him the address to my motorcycle shop, and then I forgot about it. Totally forgot about it. And then recently I go to the motorcycle shop to get my Scott oiler fitted on, and they're like, oh yeah, we got some box for you here. And I'm like, oh really? And then I open it up and I'm like, oh yeah, that's cool. That's some fenders or mud flaps or something. And then I open up the box and then later on we're taking the stuff out of the box to put it on, and it's not just fenders and mud flaps. It's also a seat cowl. And a seat cowl is extremely cool. It's one of the first aftermarket visual mods, like aesthetic mods that sports bikes get. They on most sports bikes, the passenger seat can be taken off really easily, and then what people do is they get a piece of plastic that they can fit on instead of the passenger seat. So if you're going for a ride and you don't have a passenger, you take the passenger seat off and you put on this cool piece of plastic. It turns your bike into a one-seater, and a one-seater bike is cooler than a two-seater bike. That's just an unwritten law of motorcycling. And that's what a seat cowl does, is it just looks better. You get, instead of having a piece of, instead of riding along by yourself with an empty seat behind you saying, hey, I don't have any friends and I don't have a girlfriend, I can't get laid, you get rid of that rear seat and you put some cool molded plastic on. And then instead of saying, I can't get laid, you're saying, I'm a lone wolf, I'm riding too fast to even have a passenger, plus I can afford to mod out my bike and make it look cooler. And the cool thing is that when you do want to have a passenger, you just take it off. It's not that hard. On sports bikes, it's much easier because it's much easier. On my bike, I actually have to undo two screws, take me how long? 3 minutes? On a sports bike, you would just swap it off. You'd take off the plastic and put it on the passenger seat. On my bike, I just got two screws and then take it off. Easy. Waka chicka, waka chicka. I just got my bike totally washed, and then we went through some rain just then. Not rain, water. We got a quick guy. I'm gonna chase this so fast.
So this is the after. As you can see, this looks so much different from normal. I went from like a budget bike into like a racer. This looks nice. And there's the rear mud flap. And not only does it look cool, but it's something that you need, considering the fact that look how filthy it gets underneath here. You know, normally. It's just awesome. Really happy with that. So from Pyramid Plastics, you got the rear seat thingy cover. You got the rear mud flap, and then you have the on the front. You got the this is called the Fenda. Oh shit! I'm never gonna get any sponsors again. They're gonna be like, you don't even know our products' names, man. What the fuck? This is the what's it called? Shit! I just saw it. Fenda Extender. That's it. Fenda Extender. Anyways, yeah, and this is really functional and cheap too. It's only like, I don't know, $20-something. All right, so Pyramid Plastics. I got the mud flap, which is it's not very noticeable. It's more about function than looks. And then I got the rear seat cowl, and I just checked the paperwork. It's actually called a cowl, so I'm happy with myself. And it looks awesome. It's a whole different bike, you know. And then you got the rear mud flap. I don't know, rear seat fender something. Should have read that one. Yeah, and this looks really good. I filmed it from the other side, which is not as cool looking as this side because it's got a chain guard as well. It looks nice. So yeah, I'm really happy. This is like a whole new bike I got here.